What up, what up? Happy Hump Day, boys and girls. Today is March 4th, episode 117. Particularly my favorite month in terms of Trilla Bets getting his real DJing on. We got Dante, we got Trilla Bets. Happy Hump Day, boys and girls. We got a big episode for you guys. NFL news. We're going to talk NBA, NHL, obviously college basketball. March Madness right around the corner. Dante's got his favorite racer winning 3 straight. 0 bets still. Anyways, Dante, how's your week going, bud? Halfway through.
Hump day, doing good. I'm starting to get the itch for just 20 games of basketball going at the same time. Caught the Wyoming game in person last night. They won, beat Nevada. Just it's March. March is here. It's the best time of the year.
Yes, it really is, man. We got conference tournaments already kicking off. The lower levels like MAC, the WCC, and shit like that. Hard to find winners in there, Dante. Trilla Bets 2 and 3, 5 days in a row. Still looking positive overall. Let me check my notes, Dante. 89 and 78. The boy is just ripping volume, producing winners. I know you're waiting for me to go 1 and 4 just so you could capitalize on the 5 and 0 sweep day because you think you've gotten me figured out. Fun fact: I don't even have myself figured out. So. We got crazy free agency. Let's get straight into it with some NFL breaking news. I know you got my back. What do we got?
Yeah, let me get it pulled up. It's a ton of news, ton of smoke screens being this time of year. You never know like what to actually believe. But first off, Stephon Diggs got released by the Patriots today. For me, not touchable. Don't want him. I'm sure someone will grab him, but. He's hitting the market. Some news for Bo Nix. He had a first child. I don't know, daughter was born on his birthday. So shout out to Bo. Welcome to the Dad Club. Love to see it.
Legend.
I'm gonna cruise through just some notable like free agency guys that are hitting the market here. So Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Tua. All quarterbacks that are expected to hit the open market. Kirk Cousins, throw him in there too. All these guys are going to be like post June 1st cuts. I don't really know what that means as far as are they going to be available to start free agency or are they going to have to wait. A couple teams in full rebuild mode, kind of like low-key. Vikings, they're releasing everybody. Aaron Jones, Javon Hargrave, Jonathan Allen. Grenard, he's available for trade. Chiefs are getting rid of everybody. I saw they traded McDuffie. They got a first round pick so they traded Trent McDuffie to the Rams. First round pick, a 5th, a 6th, and a 2027 third. I was kind of surprised. That's a pretty big haul for.
It was.
I mean, McDuffie's a good corner, but I didn't think that's like an elite type haul there. So. That was a little surprising. They also are releasing Jawan Taylor, their left tackle. So they freed up like $30 million in cap.
That's the homie that jumps off sides every single play.
Yeah, he lines up at fullback.
Yeah.
And, that's how far back in the backfield he is. A couple other dudes I saw that did not get franchise tags placed on them, so they're going to be hitting the market. Kenneth Walker, obviously our boy K9. We're keeping a close eye on that one. Colts, Alec Pierce, Travis Etienne. This guy, Denver's not really in the market for him, but a lot of teams, this is like number 1 on their board. Center Tyler Linderbaum from the Ravens. Shout out Mr. First Down Sam. I know he said like this is his number 1 target for the Titans.
Yeah, he needs it for the quarterback. Yeah, we'll rip into the players here in a sec. Real quick with the trade. What a fucking haul. Chiefs have now 2 first-round picks in this upcoming draft. I think the Chiefs are trying to open up cap for some reason. I think they're going to be buyers. You spoke about Travis Etienne. That's literally like my biggest nightmare is him going to Kansas City.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw, and Brees Hall did get the franchise tag. A lot of people are saying that's because Denver was going to make a crazy offer. So it's like one of those restricted tags, so a team could match the offer or whatever. But if a team signs Brees Hall, they have to send the Jets 2 first-round picks. So I feel like that kind of makes him untouchable.
Yep, he's untouchable now. It's the opposite of what Daniel Jones got in Indy. So that's the where if a team offers him, the Colts can match and he can stay. I don't know why the Colts are being so shisty to Danny Dimes. I feel like he came in there. They were the number one team in the NFL at one point. They beat our Broncos. Granted, it was a fucking miracle, but let's there's some other breaking news. You know, in the Twitter world, you know, obviously we're glued to it. You're seeing so much hoopla and shit, like not just you, me, everybody. You gotta like triple check, double confirm. Right. I avoid it. This is the time of year when I turn on notifications from Adam Schefter. And if I don't see him tweet it, I don't believe it. Like you're gonna see like, oh yeah. I remember last year at this time, I was tweeting out like Broncos confirmed this and that. It would get retweeted and commented on so much just because it's like trending. But yeah, it's been funny watching people just manipulate, freak out. We got the draft coming up too, so you know people are rising, stocks are rising, falling. Combine's like officially over now, right?
I love when I see a mock draft and they have Denver taking someone stupid because I'm like, okay, if he's getting mocked to Denver, he's for sure not going to Denver because that's what these teams do. They go to the combine, they find some schmuck reporter like Trilla Betts last year. They leak some information to him, and then they tweet it out on NFL rumors. Dove Kleiman, you know, if you see it on there, it's not true. Like I see a popular one right now is Stidham. Multiple teams are calling to trade for Stidham. That means George Payton's like, yo, someone drum up some interest for Stidham so we can get this guy out of town. We saw what he could do. Nothing. City's closed. Let's move on. That's what these teams are doing right now. I mean, it's just smokescreen season. So if it's not from Adam Schefter, I'm not believing it.
I got five teams that I can name off the top of my head that need quarterback, and Stidham would be an upgrade. So I would say, now what we're gonna get for a Stidham, not worth it. I mean, you kind of need like that quarterback locker room. I know obviously he played like absolute moose shit in the AFC Championship game, bro. But that's not why we need him. We don't need him to play the game before the Super Bowl. We need him to kind of hold it
down. If we did get rid of Stidham or whatever, Zach Wilson, possibly bring him back, which I'd be open to because I feel like he would fit good in the locker room. His little brother's playing for CU, so he's down in Boulder. It might be
that's just like literally the only reason why you want him is because of his brothers at CU.
Bro, he looked good, you know.
Speaking of CU, saw the quarterback died in a car accident.
Yes, rest in peace.
That sucks, man. Hold your loved ones. That's crazy. Driving in Boulder, man. I mean, I can't even say there was a lot of snow or anything, but that's tough. That sucks. I saw they're gonna wear his patch. Yeah, 3 a.m. They're gonna wear his patch this season. So yeah, man, that was tough. That was some bad news. Let's get into some more NFL free agency here. So I want to cruise through these lists. We're going to rapid fire these. Where you think you could see these players end up going? This is just the NFL.com list. We're just going to cruise through this real quick. We got to have a quick episode tonight because Trilla Betts out in Jackson, Tennessee is flying out tomorrow, coming back home. So we got to cruise through this. So first off, I want to start with I don't know why the people are drooling over this guy, Malik Willis. I know Packers fans that are like, good, get him out of here. So like teams that I said that we need quarterback, right? Jets, Cardinals, Browns, Vikings, Steelers. Is any other team that you think would pull the trigger on this guy?
Yeah, the Dolphins. Yeah, that's who I'm looking. And the thing that I've learned with these quarterbacks is like a lot of teams who we think might not need a quarterback, like the Vikings are going to be in on a quarterback for sure. I saw maybe we'll get to a Kyler Murray. The Steelers, Aaron Rodgers was on Pat McAfee show today, and he was like non-committal about coming back. I think he kind of doesn't want to, and if I had to guess, Fat Mike McCarthy's like begging him, please come save me, so I don't look like a complete idiot out here in Pittsburgh. I don't know. I mean, Malik Willis, it's a guy who played like what 3 good games, and now he's projected to get like a $30 million per year contract.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw that he's projected to get 30. That's why I'm like, who's gonna pay that, man? Like, it would be Jets move, man. Couldn't you see the Jets or the Browns doing some stupid shit like this? I hope not. I hope the kid gets 30 down in Miami because he's 27 years old. Why not? They need a change. Sure, try it. Right? I don't think it's the ultimate answer.
Was he a first round? He was like a sneaky riser in the draft. He was at Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty, baby.
Titans and just like, but can you blame him because the Titans were such a mess?
Dog shit franchise. Yeah, he had 2 years with LaFleur. I'm sure he learned a lot. Number 2 ranked guy. These aren't my rankings. Just cruising down this list. Jalen Phillips, edge rusher. I personally think this guy's overrated. He's had injuries back-to-back seasons. He was good in Miami. I know he played in the Eagles, helped win a Super Bowl, but he's 27 as well. These are just like edge rushers in the NFL. They're going to get paid a ridiculous amount. I would assume he's going to go to like a contender team. So like I could see the Chargers making a move. You know, they got older edge rushers. I could see them making a move, trying to beef up that area.
The Chargers, I don't think they're bringing back Khalil Mack, so they've got an opening there. I saw the Lions are going to be big on the defense this year.
They need to be, dude. They need to be big on defensive backs, bro.
Yes, the Lions and the Bears both have been names to watch for Max Crosby if he gets traded, to watch for some of these big
names. I saw a lot of Bears nonsense with him. The only reason why the people are saying the Bears is because they pulled it off with Khalil Mack. You brought up Tyler Linderbaum. I can't believe the Ravens aren't going to try to bring this dude back. I feel like bringing back a vet center is like, I mean, he's 26. It's a necessity. I mean, you need this arguably as much as you need an edge rusher. This would be crazy. He could get big dollar. You're hearing, shout out Sam, wants him out in Tennessee. Sure. But how do you go from Baltimore? I know they didn't make the playoffs last year, but how do you go from Baltimore to Tennessee? I mean, the Ravens, let's just face it, bro. They're going to be contenders next year anyways. This one, obviously, I tweeted this a couple weeks ago. Kyler Murray to the Vikings. I think this kid would look great in KOC's offense. Jay Jettas would be happy. I did see that the Vikings are releasing Aaron Jones. Shout out to Bonkers. Bonkers Broncos, probably good vet minimum there. To me, that's like a Dobbins. But the Vikings, if they could bring in Kyler Murray, it would be interesting to see how that offense would look. I'm not a hater of Kyler Murray. Evan is. But I still think he's a little short guy, but I fuck with him, bro. And if he went to Minnesota, I'd be a buyer on him in fantasy football. I'll let you know. Where do you think Kyler Murray's gonna go, real quick?
The Minnesota thing just doesn't make sense to me because, I mean, JJ McCarthy wasn't lining it up, but he didn't really do bad enough where I'm like completely out on him either. So
speaking of the Cardinals, the JJ McCarthy thing reminds me a lot like the Josh Rosen thing, where they sold so quick.
Right.
Like, and I think they might have saw enough, and like KOC was like, not gonna work.
Titans did that with Will Levis. Real quick, the X chats aren't showing up on here, but we got Fanatic Dak in the chat. What up, Dak? He said that he was going to come on, but Ev told him no because of his porn stash he's rocking. So he's trying to look like Jacob Rodriguez.
Is he? Yes. Yeah. Jacob Rodriguez. Dude, I saw that. He's climbing. He's climbing.
And then congrats to Izzy and my King Bo Nix.
Who said that?
That is Anon. Three of us. Anon. So, dude, we all know when you become a dad, you get a little bit of a bump. So that Bo Nix is about to be a different level next year.
Oh yeah, but, ultimate dad level.
Kyler Murray. I mean, so it's gonna like the Rams. Stafford's on the way out, so I saw that Cliff Kingsbury's there, so maybe he's the one that really pounded the table for him in Arizona. Bring him in. McVay develops him a little bit. It's just too soon,
though. It's too soon. I feel like Kyler Murray's a starter. I don't think he's competing. I mean, it would be like if he goes to Minnesota, sure he competes against fucking dickhead, your boy McCarthy. But no, I think it's a little too soon because like if Stafford threw a couple picks, I think the Rams are all in on this year. It wouldn't make sense to bring in Kyler. You're still gonna have to pay him a decent amount. Obviously not.
But if you're gonna be all in, doesn't that mean you want a good backup? Because if Stafford goes down and you're all in, and then now you have to bring in, I don't even know, Jimmy Garoppolo.
True. I mean, it would be a big brain thing, right? I think there's other quarterbacks you could try to sneak, but yes, that would be a big brain thing, and then be like, I don't know, does Sean McVay like him? Sure, Kingsbury liked him, but Kingsbury liked everybody. Big shout out to Fanatic Dak too. Said he's gonna buy your boy a Kenneth Walker jersey. Let's get into that. Alec Pierce, wide receiver. This guy has Buffalo Bills all over it, dude. I don't know why. I was in the shower and I'm like, I never really liked the kid. I saw the Colts really want to bring him back. That's kind of why they did the Danny Dimes tag that they did. Alec Pierce in Denver, to me, people were talking about. Is this guy like going to be a Buffalo Bill and have 1,400 yards with Josh Allen? Could be.
I don't know if I see it. I saw the Chargers also potentially. The Chargers are so weird to me because like you have Lad McConkey. They just like signed guys they already have. Mm-hmm. I saw the Titans, a team to watch for him, get Cam Ward some weapons.
Yeah, I wrote down the Titans need wide receiver. They need running back, but like, yeah, the Titans need wide receiver, bro. Remember last year when I had my big brain moment? I'm like, Calvin Ridley, swoop him up in fantasy. I don't even think he scored 4 points after that in 8 weeks. Another guy, this was poor bastard, dude. Trey Hendrickson. This guy, man, the Bengals just fucking ruined him. I think this guy goes to a contending team. Look for whatever team is trying to shop for Crosby. If they don't get him, they could settle with Hendrickson. Wouldn't be bad at all. This guy makes a lot of plays for sure. Also, defense. I cannot believe that the Jags aren't tying this dude up. Your boy Devin Lloyd.
Yes.
You wouldn't be pissed if the Broncos snagged him right away, would you?
I mean, wouldn't be pissed, but at the same time, I think he's going to command a lot of money. I'd rather get like a Nakobe Dean or someone on the cheap, I think, personally. But I mean, he's a baller for sure. And then the Giants, they release their Okereke, captain, linebacker. So that's another guy where it's like I'd almost prefer him because I think Lloyd's like kind of sneaky good. He's like kind of quiet but really good.
He just had a few pick sixes last year, dude, and they were random. That one against the Chiefs was like a random 99-yard play. He's a stud. I think he's going to be too expensive for Denver Broncos. So I think you're seeing these older teams get rid of these linebackers, or these teams getting rid of the, not older, but a little bit older linebackers because of the depth this year in that position. You could get somebody early second round. Rodriguez, shout out to Dak, that could make a move. Odafe Oweh, this edge rusher. So the Chargers have him. I know he was in Baltimore. I think he'll demand some sort of money. The defensive edge rushing market is always, to me, fucking out of control. I don't see the Broncos really being buyers. I think the Chargers are either going to figure him out or try to get Hendrickson, or something. But these edge rushers are going to get a crazy amount of money. Let's get into a couple more here. Kenneth Walker, I don't even need to say anything, dude. Take both of my feet. Take my dogs. I don't care. This guy's a dog. Watched him at Michigan State absolutely dominate games. Super Bowl MVP, to no one's surprise. Get it done. What's the contract looking like if Denver gets it done real quick for K9?
I'm seeing anywhere from like 12 to 14, 15 million a year. For me, I don't care about the contract. I don't care about the money because the salary cap goes up every single year. All you got to do is, we'll just restructure, give you a bunch of money. It doesn't. I don't care about the contract. There is no overpaying in the NFL for the Broncos because we're going to restructure that. It doesn't matter. The cap goes up. You're going to make it work. So that's why I tweeted out blank check. Whatever it takes to get Kenneth Walker.
Chillo Betts wants that jersey. I've been talking about this guy for years, man. I don't know. I cannot believe the Seahawks are bringing him back.
The knock on him is his pass protection. I saw people being like,
that's not
we're
even
going to have to play
accurate,
Tyler Bidet because he can't pass ball. I don't care. He can run the ball.
That's some stupid fact saying this guy is a football player, bro. If he is in the right system for pass protection, there's not going to be anybody better than him. I'm not worried about that. He's a three down back. We haven't had a running back years. I love Dobbins too. We can talk about him real quick. Here's my prediction with the running back market, and I fucking hate to say this. You're going to be mad at me. So I'm sticking with it. Broncos are going to get K9. The Jags are not going to be able to bring back ETN, which would be crazy, right? He goes to Kansas City, number one fear. They're freeing up money. I could see the Falcons and the Broncos potentially swapping. So, like, Dobbins goes to Atlanta, right? 1 year, 2 year deal there. And then Algier, I would still support that. Earlier in free agency or of the offseason, I said Algier would be fine. We could save some money and spend it elsewhere. Whereas K9's going to be a little bit more expensive. He's obviously the number one running back in the free agency market. ETN, sure. I mean, dude, K9's just a downhill runner that Sean Payton's going to love. So another weapon real quick from Seattle that's a free agent, Rashid Shaheed, not coming back. I wouldn't mind him. I just think he's too similar to like a Marvin Mims. Wide receiver teams, I'm going to rip them off. Obviously, the Saints need him. Raiders, Chiefs, Broncos, Niners, Titans, Browns, Dolphins, Bills. I don't think he fits that Bills mold just because they need like a dog one. I could see like the 49ers snagging him, and that would be interesting to see how they use him there. You really don't want him to go to Kansas City. That would be disastrous for Broncos country. What a fucking fit, though.
Here's a guy for you that no one's talked about, but he's projected one of the highest market values. Juwan Jennings from the 49ers. I mean, we've seen what he can do in spurts. I mean, he went crazy when the 49ers had like nobody. Is that because he was the only option? He's 28. Been in the league 5 years. This was like if Denver got him, I wouldn't really be that excited. But he could be a sneaky guy. I mean,
he would make our wide receiver room actually threatening, man. Let's be honest. I would definitely take him. Mike Evans, what about him?
He's a Bill.
He wants to go to a contending team. If I'm Buffalo though, I don't think that's a good fit. There is a risk of him getting injured again. He's older.
Who cares
why not pay Alec Pierce? Like if I'm Buffalo, I would lean more Alec Pierce than Evans. I could see Mike Evans like fitting the San Francisco thing. I talked about Shaheed, but I think would he sign a deal with the Rams? Rams could potentially use another stud receiver, right? Kind of that Adams mold. I don't know. There's a couple tight ends. I couldn't believe Wan'Dale Robinson isn't coming back to New York. I'll be surprised if he actually bounces.
Another name I saw for the Titans was Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah, I would take Wan'Dale. He was a dog last year in fantasy. John Franklin Myers, I really hope the Broncos try to bring him back.
They're not. But he's talking past tense with the Broncos.
Yeah, another former Bronco, Connor McGovern.
The center?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's playing guard, right? I just saw him. Romeo Doubs. Trying to scroll here. It's not looking too crazy, man. Like, I feel like this is a good year, Khalil Mack. This is a good year to spend at running back, which is not like you don't really think that. Go get the Super Bowl MVP on your squad. Other free agents that you want to talk about?
Yeah, Rico Dowdle, running back. He kind of fits the Harvey mold a little bit, but this is a guy that kind of can ball out, and you're going to get him a little bit cheaper. I know everyone's in on, well, not everybody. A lot of people like Tyler Algier. For me, it's like some of these teams should tell you what they think about a guy when they go draft his replacement. So that's where I feel like Algier is just, if you bring him in, he's not an RB1.
Algier's the good old, you need 3, he'll get you 3. Right. You need 5, he'll get you 3. You need 8, he'll get you 3. Like that's kind of him. Now you could pay him and maybe he reaches some sort of weird potential. But he's just that guy to me. Like, oh, you need 2? I got you. Here's 3. Need 5? Here's 3. So, which is a great analogy that I've been using for running backs for years, by the way. And Trillo knows running backs. Speaking of running backs, we didn't talk about it. David Montgomery shifted over to the Texans, which I thought was a little bit expensive. They paid for him. I know Denver was trying to get in on the David Montgomery thing. So you're hearing Denver was threatening for Breece Hall. Jets had to react. Denver was threatening for Montgomery. Maybe the Texans jumped the gun a little bit and overpaid, right? So the Lions, in my opinion, could use another running back too. I don't think they spend as a Dowdle, but I could see them looking for like some sort of fill-in running back.
Especially because I really don't think this draft class for running backs is that impressive.
It's not that deep. No. Obviously, you have potentially arguably one of the best running backs ever coming out. Jeremiah Love, dude, is just crossing all the boxes. We really need him to go somewhere in the NFC, far, far, far away. Where's he projected going? Don't tell me Kansas City.
I mean, people are saying he could go anywhere in the top 5. I don't think he'll be there by the time Kansas City picks. It's too hard to tell right now, but I could definitely see people even have said the Giants, which makes no sense because they got Scadaboo. I mean, I think Scadaboo's a dog, so I don't really know why you'd want to bring in Love, but we've seen these NFL teams just do stupid shit sometimes. You're like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll be able to talk some more draft and have some more predictions after free agency, because there's going to be like a team that needs a running back who they don't grab anyone. You're like, okay, obviously we know what they're doing.
And for those of you that don't know, free agency starts 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Wednesday, March 11th. So we're less than 7 days away. Monday is the legal tampering. So you'll see like Broncos and K9 agree to fucking $45 million deal. Then it gets official Wednesday. So turn on Crew Talk Sports notifications. We'll make sure Ev and Dante will all be checking in on it, just ripping them for you guys. No fake news. Sometimes Ev, shout out to our boy Ev Vinyls. Sometimes he falls for the fake news and gets ahead of himself. But make sure you guys are tuning in and
Speaking of fake news, Scadaboo has one leg.
Scadaboo's a stud.
He's got 3 legs.
He's got 3 legs. Everybody knows that. Trilla Betts loves Scadaboo. Had him in every fucking fantasy team I could have. When he got hurt, I got hurt. All right, let's move on to some NASCAR.
You didn't hold on real quick. You didn't. 2 guys I wanted to bring up. Tua. I saw the Jets are really looking at him.
Jets, Tua, those are 2 things that I don't want to talk about on this podcast. All right, I'd rather literally talk about how to grow a vegetable garden than talk about.
All right, well, here's someone that you should want to talk about. Debo. What do you think? I'd bring him to Denver. I like Debo. I mean,
Debo to Denver, Kenneth Walker to Denver. Trillo Betts gets the free jersey from Dak, and then Trillo Betts buys a Debo jersey. And I finally rest, bro. I'm telling you, I don't even need to watch the games, dude, because those have been 2 of my dogs for the last 5 years. You know, even in college, your boy fucked with the K9. So, yeah, I've been saying Debo's a dog. He obviously can't stay healthy. I do have the Commanders. They need wide receiver too, so they'll be hungry for some Alec Pierce or some shenanigans. Yeah, give me Debo. Give me K9. They are a little bit like, I could see a lot of people being like, no, that's stupid. I would agree with you. It might be stupid to bring in Debo. However, Trillo Betts loves him. Debo Bronco jersey, much needed. Plus the dude potentially, people don't think about this. You could be downtown Denver at a club. You'll run into Debo for sure. The dude loves his clubs. I could see him going to like Miami, replacing the Tyreek Hill void there. The clubs need love too, and that's why Debo, we love him. Anybody else for free agency before you talk NASCAR and start pissing me off again?
No, just tight ends to watch. Cade Otton. A lot of people on Broncos country are pulling him for a guy. I mean, I don't know, not really a sexy pick. I could care less. Isaiah Likely, David Njoku. So there's some dudes out there, but we need certified maulers here in Denver. Guys that aren't going to be a headache in the locker room. So none of those really fit the bill for me.
I would lean the route of draft a tight end, give Evan Ingram 1 more year. But call me crazy. Everybody's fucking gung-ho on tight end and bringing it in, and Evan Ingram wasn't good. He wasn't set up for success, in my opinion. But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited. Monday can't come soon enough. Neither can Wednesday. Broncos are definitely out there making moves already, making a lot of teams scratch their heads. You just love to see the activity. So
I think Friday we're going to do our Broncos wish list, maybe some predictions. But yeah, those are the names to kind of keep an eye on and start doing some research on for your squad.
Yeah, I think the buzzball bet of the weekend. So in summary, real quick, Dak let me down. I let myself down too. Dak had Gonzaga. They lost by 25. Who did I have? I can't even remember. My team got blown out too. I had BYU. They ended up getting smoked to West Virginia.
So did I had Arkansas. You had Arkansas by 20.
You had Arkansas plus 10.5. They got fucking blown out. I literally wrote those 3 down. Evans St. Joseph's team ends up winning. So I got to do 2 buzz balls Friday.
I thought they lost. I thought Ev lost. St. Joseph's.
No, they won. They won flat out. He had them on a 2.5 underdogs. They ended up cashing. They ended up winning outright. So me and you got to be slamming some buzz balls Friday. Fuck me. Dude, I mean, 2 buzz balls. I'm not a big slammer. Chilabets loves having a couple beers. Not a big buzz ball slamming type of guy. So make sure y'all tune in Friday. It could get messy. But I think the buzz ball bet of the weekend is going to be bring in a for sure free agent with a for sure team, because there's no way that we're going to fucking be able to get that right. And the people just love us slamming. So, and you guys know, don't take mine. Kenneth Walker to the Broncos. That's my lock. You guys could bring in, I'd like to see somebody top 15. We'll talk to Ev. You know, it's got to be top 15-ish. It can't be like, oh, the fucking Colts are going to re-sign fucking, you know, a Broncos. No. It has to be like a top 15 guy. Put your neck out. Algier, somebody like that, right? Like Dobbins. I would take a Dobbins. Franklin Myers. Okay? So hit the lab. That'll be the buzz bet of the weekend. But yeah, it should be a top 15 guy. It should be. Malik Willis. Like, we should make a pick Malik Willis's team. I'll pick Kenneth Walker's team. You can pick Travis Etienne's team. That's like what we could do. Something like that. Real quick before we get into NASCAR, Dana White confirmed UFC house card drops this week.
Ooh,
potential fights that we want include Justin Gaethje, Topuria. I saw Topuria kind of leaked it on Aiden Ross's contract, like illegally. I don't think he could say too much, so he's like, I want it. I want that fight. Topuria absolutely knocks Justin Gaethje unconscious within 2.5 rounds, and I love Gaethje. Pro Gaethje guy right here.
Do you think
Bones
it's going
Jones,
to be
dude.
like a
Give me
high-level
Bones
fight
Jones.
card, or like more of a big names, maybe past?
I think it's going to be.
McGregor,
I think you're going to see. I don't know if McGregor, dude. Nobody knows what he's doing.
Ronda
dude.
Rousey, isn't she like trying to come back for it?
I don't know what she's doing either. No, I think you're not going to see like a 15. Like this weekend, there's a great fight card. There's 15, 16 fights, right? You got the prelims. You know, you got the main event, 5 fights. I think you're looking at like a 6-fight card, 6 fights. You got to think like Colby Covington's going to fight on there because
Bo Nickel.
Trump loves him. I saw potentially him versus Bo Nickel. That's 2 like American badasses, right? Boom, throw them in there. I don't think you'll see like Islam versus Chimaev or type of shit like that. Although that's what the UFC fight fans want, like Topuria versus Islam. I don't think you're going to see something like that. I think Bones Jones could potentially get talked into not beating the shit out of Alex Pereira as the main card. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, dude, I love watching Bones Jones, bro. That's just a legend. Gaethje, Topuria would be cracking. I would love to see Gaethje versus anybody, dude. I think he would do it too. You know, like Michael Chandler, bring him in. He's entertaining as fuck. I don't think you're going to see like a lot of dynamic, interesting, you know, grapplers necessarily. I think you're gonna see like some highlight real shit. Honestly, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump sat there and wrote down 6 names and was like, bring them here, and then that's the list that the UFC had to deal with, you know.
100%.
So, and you know he's not gonna be like you know, get this young stud, you know, fucking grappler
him and Theo
from
Vaughn
Armenia.
sat down and made the card.
Right, it's something like that. It's not going to be like Arman Tzurkian versus Justin Gaethje. I don't see that at all happening. Although that would be a fucking great fight, and we want to see it. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, big fights this weekend too. Also, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Love Max Holloway. Blessed Max Holloway. The Blessed Express. Charles Oliveira, the Bronx, absolute legend. I'll be popping out a couple fights for you. Main event, I'm going to lean Max Holloway, but I'm really interested to see that. That's going to be absolute fucking scenes. Shout out to Gerald. He'll be sending some locks too. We'll make sure to get you those out Friday. But Dante, summarize NASCAR in less than 2 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick won the third race in a row. First time in NASCAR history that someone's won the first 2 races in a row. Just crazy because this offseason, NASCAR had the whole lawsuit with 2311, Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin's team. Shane Van Gisbergen, our guy, he got second, which it kind of a huge upset there. My NASCAR bets, I hit all my top 10 and top 5 bets, so good weekend there. Going to Phoenix this weekend, I'll have some picks on Friday, but just it's been kind of cool to see. I'm a diehard NASCAR fan. For the casuals though, they're seeing, oh, Michael Jordan guys won 3 in a row, and they're recreating like the championship 3 pick and stuff. So it's been pretty cool. Good little start to the season.
Yeah. Yep. Let's just be honest though. 3 races, you haven't picked a winner yet, and it's been very easy. Just click the same guy. Any chance you're clicking him real quick? I know you got your picks. Any chance you're picking him for a 4P?
Plus 1100. You might have to throw a $5 on it. You know, we'll see. I got my eye on someone else this weekend. We'll see Friday.
Yeah, Hovakar. I'm fading his ass too. You did have a better bounce back week. All right, let's get into some NBA. I did see the Nuggets sign David Roddy. This guy's a Colorado native.
Yes, he's good.
Yeah. Nuggets. I don't know, man. I was kind of following that game Monday against the Utah Jazz. They're pissing me off. They played them to a way closer game than they should have. The Nuggets, fun fact, 18-18. Now Gerald is saying, that Watson's hurt, Aaron Gordon's hurt, which is those are our two best defenders. Jokic to me is settling, shooting threes out his ass crack, especially that three from the top of the key, which usually he's efficient. Dude, there was what was that game? He was 0-9 or 1-8. Jamal Murray did have 45 against the Jazz. We ended up winning by 3. What the fuck?
Let me give you a quick little nugget, just rant here. Some stats that, because we've been hard on the Nuggets, and obviously Gerald's defending them to his death, dying on the hill. The Nuggets are an average team, and here's some stats for you to back it up. They're 4-8 in their last 12. Since the new year, they've got 2 wins against teams over 500. They're 16-12 at home, which is unacceptable because they're playing in the altitude with the advantage. They're only a half a game behind the Lakers for the 6th seed, which means they're in play-in territory, which is a nightmare situation to be in. This is an interesting one. They're 27-3.
Dante, can you hear me? Dante's frozen. We got Dante reconnecting here. What the fuck? Dante, can you hear me? Dante's. All right, we got technical difficulties here with Dante. He's coming back in the chat. Sorry for that little brief pause there. Dante, are you back?
Back.
All right, we'll have to cut that and fix that. Dude, the rant was so aggressive that you got logged off.
Bro, Gerald hopped in the studio and cut my mic because I was hammering the Nuggets.
Yeah, last thing I heard was the home record of 16-12 with the altitude, and then we lost you.
Yeah, and then they're 27th ranked team in clutch games, which are games decided by 5 points or less. 27th ranked team in the NBA. I mean, when you have Jokic, you can't be worse than the freaking Hawks in some of these teams. So, I mean, I'm concerned. I know they've had injuries. The coach is a big concern. Obviously, they're not happy with the roster with all these moves they're making. So, I don't know. Panic level for me, it's like a 6-7. That's where I'm at.
Oh, God. You had to just get that out. Every podcast, you're getting it out. You've got one of those out. I'm not sweating yet. I know you're freaking out. I'm not necessarily concerned. I'm not pressing the panic button yet. The 18-18 in the last 36 is different. As long as they finish top 4 seeding, I'm not freaking out. That's where they sit right now.
And they have a gauntlet of a schedule coming up.
That's okay. We'll be fine. Our team goes as far as Jokic and Murray, and I think people need to realize that. Plus, dude, when Gordon and Watson comes back, it's a totally different defensive team. I will say the head coach, though, kind of looks out of bounds. He doesn't really look like he knows what he's doing. What'd you think, real quick, of the OKC Lou Dort elbowing Jokic, just stopping and then just blatantly trying to hurt him, and then Jokic getting up looking like a fucking freak, dude? I mean, that's not a guy you want to piss off.
Dude, total hack move, especially doing that to a guy like Jokic, who his two brothers might just show up at your house and beat your ass. So
yeah,
I didn't get it. I like the rivalry that we've kind of got going with OKC. It's a fun watch. I think they play this weekend, right? It's coming up again, a little rematch there. But I mean, OKC is a better team. Every time they play the Nuggets, the Denver's plus 200 against them. So
Vegas thinks they're a better team too. OKC right now up 2 at the Garden. I will say real quick about the NBA and OKC. Obviously, I fucking hate this team, and this is like a good example of why I'm not watching the NBA as much is because of OKC. I think that little shenanigan that they pulled against the Nuggets, they're gonna start getting tighter whistles called against them. So It will be interesting to see if they're able to two-peat. The West, there's nobody in the East that's a threat. The Knicks, the Celtics. I know Detroit. I think they're a year away. Besides Cade Cunningham, I don't see Durant being able to step up and lead that team. So it is going to be the West, unfortunately. Now, if the Nuggets were able to pop out, Nuggets are second favorite to win the title. So let's go. Spurs, though. It will be interesting to see. Ideally, I want a Western Conference Finals with fucking the Nuggets and the Spurs. Because I feel like I hate the Spurs, but we won't have to play Ant because we can't beat him. So there's no way we'd be able to get out of that. But I wouldn't mind seeing the young alien fucking himself, Wemby, in the NBA Finals because he is must-watch TV. He's one of my favorite NBA players to watch right now. Let's move on to NHL. So Avs have won 5 out of the last 6. They're basically a fucking wagon. You know who else is a wagon, dude? Betting on with the Avs. Necas. Obviously, Trillo can't do his parlays anymore. So your boy's just picking Avs money line, Necas to score anytime, or Avs 1.5. It's free as fuck. Necas scored so I had Avs 1.5. This was 2-3 days ago. Avs 1.5. They were up 3-2, and then I needed a Necas goal. Guess who scores the empty netter? Necas.
Did you have Necas and McKinnon or just Necas?
No parlays, bro. No parlays.
Oh yeah.
No parlays, yeah.
While we've been live breaking news with the Avs, they just traded for a 5th round pick
I
to
saw
Nashville
that.
Predators for Nick Blankenberg. Apparently he's a physical defenseman. I don't know. I like it. They've been making some moves, some reshuffling. I think they're kind of. I saw Val Nichushkin could be on the trade market. People are talking about bringing back Kadri, maybe make a move for one of these elite guys in the league. We'll see.
A lot of people still want Sid the Kid. I don't see him leaving Pittsburgh. I know me and Ed will be pumped. We've been calling that out for a couple years. Yeah, the Nichushkin trade rumors are interesting because, we love Nichushkin. It would be really interesting to see who we brought back. It would have to be a big namer. Let's be honest, the last 2 moves we made, we traded for Casey Middlestat 2 years ago. That didn't work out. Last year we traded for Brock Nelson. It's been okay. I know Avs fans might get on me, but we didn't win a title. When you have McKinnon Makar, you need to really we've won 1, but let's be honest, we're the best team in the NHL. We need to start bringing in some chips. Like, if we don't win one in the next 2 years, I think that it's a failure, and we need some adjustments.
Especially because we've kind of got the goaltender position figured out. Before it was
better.
It's much better.
Yeah, it's better. It's no Hallebuck. Let's be honest. If we had fucking Hallebuck, bro, we would probably never lose again. So yeah. Anyways, just keep pulling the trigger on Avs. Every time they play, -1.5 is free as fuck. Let's move into college basketball. So. A couple things I want to highlight here. We're going to talk a couple bets that Chilla Bets is placing for Final Four finishes. Because, yes, you can already bet that. And I don't need to see brackets, Dante, because in Chilla Bets' brain, he's already breaking down brackets. All right? So we'll talk Final Four first. The odds to me of a Cinderella this year are more likely than they were last year. I saw a lot of dominant 1 seeds last year. This year, don't get me wrong, Arizona, Michigan, Duke, great. They're looking good. I could still see a Cinderella knocking Duke off. I mean, I'm hoping Sparty gets the 2 seed in Duke's bracket. I know he lost to them, but that was before Fears started taking the fuck over and Kurt Tang dropping 3s. Sparty playing Michigan this weekend. But UConn plus 320. In my opinion, they're going to be the other number 1 seed. They could really fuck it up by losing. UConn snags the 1 seed. You can get them at plus 320 to make the Final Four. Sticking with the Big East, St. John's. A lot of people had them number 1 going into the season. Plus 1,700, a Pitino coached team. Last year they lost to Arkansas, so they're pissed. This is a 17th ranked team. They did beat UConn. So St. Johnny's, plus 1,700. Also, this is a flyer pick, Dante. Give me Ohio State plus 8,000. Put a fiver on them. I'll be honest, dude. I've watched Ohio State play. They just beat the shit out of Purdue. Purdue refuses to win any competitive games. I think they're fucking 3-5 in their last 8, by the way. And you love Purdue. So does Ev. Ohio State, Thornton, absolute stud. They got elite guard play. They play in the gauntlet of the Big Ten. I could see them cruising through. If they were to sneak in as a 6 or 10 seed or whatever, anywhere in between there, they could beat a 2 seed like you know, I like if you want to avoid Florida, right? But like if you were to give them Nebraska, I would love that for Ohio State. I think they could beat them. And then I
Right.
think like a 1 seed, if they were to somehow play Michigan, you know, or something like that, or like, you know, let's just be honest, man. I mean, anything could happen in March. So I'm looking at those three. One of them will make the Final Four for me, and I'll be racking up some dough. Hopefully, it's Ohio State. Debanza, other breaking news out of BYU. The kid said he might come back. This kid right now is projected #2 overall pick. He's an absolute phenom. I'm not sure if you watch him. The kid's getting better and better. It sucks that BYU is not that good. They fucking killed me this weekend. They killed you last night. There's still a team that you got to watch out for. Like I don't want Sparty anywhere close to them. They're gonna sneak in as like a 4 or 5 seed potential. You know, if you're a fourth ranked team and you have to play BYU, it's trouble because Debanza could drop 30 and 10 at any moment.
Yeah. Let me give you a couple teams I'm fading and a couple teams I got my eye on for Final Four and especially conference championship bets when those come out.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas, they're plus 750 Final Four. I'm fading them hard. I mean, it just that you don't know if the freshman's going to play. They just have not been consistent at all. Purdue,
Darren Peterson, real quick. The last 3 games has played over 30 minutes. I think he's tired of hearing all the shit talk, and he's playing. So
yeah,
Bill
he's
Self
playing and they're losing to Arizona State. Congrats.
Did you see? Hold on, real quick. Last night, did you see Bill Self got ejected, and then the fucking
Yeah.
Arizona State they put the smoke while he was leaving? Did
Yeah.
you see that?
I loved it.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah.
Kansas has been tough. Purdue's a team I'm not really buying into very much. Couple teams I am looking at some stock on, especially, and these are Flyers, okay? So just stay with me here. Georgia in the SEC. I feel like the SEC is kind of open. There doesn't really been a team that's taking control there. They've got some transfers and some sneaky guys. St. John's, I'm looking at them. They got to get past UConn, obviously, but they're a scrappy team. They're in it all the time. And then Wisconsin, team that I think could make a little run in the Big Ten. It's all depending on seeding, right? It's all about the bracket. That's what, especially for like the Big Ten tournament, some of these things, it's like, who do you got to go through to get there? Nebraska, fading them hard. They played their worst basketball at the end of the season. Congrats, you started 15-0. Doesn't matter when you lose 5 of your last 10 or 15 or whatever.
You're just a big Nebraska hater. Let's just be honest. I think worst case scenario for you would be for them to somehow win the Natty. They're a potential 2 seed. I actually need them to lose because I need Sparty to make sure they get a 2 seed. Real quick, I know you got teams you're loving. Michigan State potentially could sneak out a 1 seed. They'd have to beat Michigan this weekend. Big game. Sunday, 3:30. They would also need to win the Big Ten tournament. I just don't see them doing that. I will say Izzo. It's January, February, Izzo, April. People know the rules. Last thing, college basketball real quick. 30th ranked Miami, Ohio needs to win. 19th ranked. 30-0. Miami of Ohio needs to beat the University of Ohio to make the tournament. In what fucking world does going 30-1 not get you in the tournament? I saw Bruce Pearl from Auburn, last year's coach. Now his son's fucking up the program. He was saying like, "Oh, dude, there's a lot of good teams." I don't want to see Indiana in there. I don't need to see Minnesota. I don't need to see Auburn in there. I know that they would be favorites against Ohio, Miami of Ohio. Give me my Miami of Ohio. They've been fucking spread covering machines all year.
Yeah.
Every time I bet the over, that fucking bangs. I think it's a better story for college basketball to have this type of team in there than Indiana getting blown out by, let's say Duke in the second round. Nobody wants to watch that. Give me the Cinderella aspect of Miami of Ohio, 31-0, 30-1. I don't give a fuck. It's still remarkable to do. Also, the one thing people aren't talking about, they're in the MAC, right? They tried to play big teams. So imagine, Dante, you're fucking at Arkansas. You're Coach Cal at Arkansas. I'm a team in the MAC that you see my roster. You know I'm loaded. I'm probably going to win it. Are you taking that phone call? No. You're going to play some other trash-ass team. You're going to hang that up. Or you're going to try to take, like, Michigan State, right? Like, I'm going to play Duke. Fuck that. I'm not going to play you. You're a threat, right?
Then if I lose, it looks good. It's a good loss.
If I beat you, if you win, it doesn't matter. You're supposed to. If you lose, if you win by 4, if you win by 3, you look bad. It's just like no big teams are going to take that, which I think is bullshit. speaking of Gonzaga getting blown up by St. Mary's, it sucks that conference is over, too. I'm really hope Gonzaga's going to the Pac now. What teams are going to be in that shit, by the way?
Dude, screw the Pac-12. They think they're this elite basketball conference because they got Boise State and Colorado State, Oregon State. Come on, we got Gonzaga. Gonzaga's gonna run that conference for the next 15 years until it disintegrates.
I still hope that Gonzaga and St. Mary's still play each other like once a year. Like you got to do it, right? You just they're twice a year. They need to still play each other. Right. I don't have Gonzaga going far too. I want them to be the 3 seed in Sparty's bracket.
Did you see real quick here the Big 12 tournament? Did you see the court they're playing on? It's like a glass. It's like a glass court, and it's got screens underneath. So the court design, it's like an iPad. They can change the design in the blink of an eye. It can move. There's motion. They can play videos on it. It's crazy.
Oh, I did see it. Yeah, it's a Windex official glass cleaning partner. You're right. It's a glass crazy. Court. Interesting. Who do you got winning the Big 12 off the top of your head?
Ooh, Arizona. I like Arizona. I've had them. Another team I'm fading is Iowa State.
I know. Me too. They never make it out of the Elite Eight. They'll get to they'll never make it out of the Sweet 16. Maybe this is the year they make it to the Elite Eight. I don't see them winning. ACC, give me Duke.
Yeah.
Big 12, Houston. Big 10, Michigan. I hate to say it, dude. I can't stand them, but I see them winning. ACC, Big 12, give me UConn solidifying the number 1 seed. SEC, there's potentially no hotter team than your team, the Florida Gators. Those are my 5 big conference, my conference champions. If you want, you could throw Gonzaga in there because whenever Mount St. Mary's and Gonzaga, like they just beat each other back and forth. So now that Mount St. Mary's just beat Gonzaga, Gonzaga will win that again. I think they're minus 250. Give me Miami of Ohio also winning. They'll be favorites, but they play Friday for their for the MAC. Other than that, what have you been watching lately? We got 5 minutes before we can wrap this shit up.
Not big TV weekend since I was out of town. I've been watching Alone. I know we already talked about it, but I've just been hooked on it. It's all I've been watching really. Those dudes are crazy. I mean, I'm like strategizing what I'd be bringing, what I'd be doing out there. That's all I've been just on a rabbit hole. That and then the Outdoor Boys, watching a lot of that too on YouTube. I don't know about you, but I'm a big YouTube guy lately. I just found myself like scrolling through YouTube, watching little videos on there. So I'm thinking about trimming up some of these subscription services. It's just too much. I saw
too much going on.
ESPN and Fox are like combining. It's like $40 a month to watch sports. It's ridiculous.
I know, dude. It sucks, cock. I've been watching. God heard me talk about the Brad Pitt shitty movie that I watched that you loved. So there's a new season of Drive to Survive on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Boys, 2 episodes in. Love it. The best quality. Didn't know there was 8 seasons. I can't believe I've watched 8 seasons of that shit. So you love to see it. Also, I downloaded Jurassic Park for the flight tomorrow, the new one.
That was good. I've seen that.
Enough. You spoiling son of a bitch. Used to be a big Jurassic Park guy back in the day. Pretty sure I shit my pants the first time I watched the first movie when I was younger. Ever since then, cannot get enough of the dinosaurs. Have been disappointed in the last 2 Jurassic Parks. The first one with Chris Pratt, I will say, was fucking dope. When the T-Rex fought the dickheadosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
And then the T-Rex saved the deal, and then he's like talking to the raptors. Thought that was kind of a cool dynamic. Usually the Raptors are out of fucking control. So I'm excited to see this one. I'll watch it tomorrow on the plane. Other than that, your boy's just fucking taking as much college basketball as I can.
Yeah.
Taking it in.
Yeah, the Hoppers, I got that on the list. Take the kids to see that.
I'm taking Lou to see that St. Patrick's Day weekend. That's her birthday, St. Patty's Day.
Oh, one thing I know you've been, I don't know if you've been watching or just watching the clips with the Top Golf League or whatever. What is it? TGL?
Yes. Yeah, Mike, who was it? Tom fucking the hole-in-one? Yeah, Tom Kim. Hole-in-one to advance Tiger Woods' Jupiter team. Yeah, I tweeted today. How do I bet it? What day is it? Tuesday? You'll have to text me because we'll need to put a little research in and rip out some midweek bets. You know, I love some midweek bets.
Yeah, I know. We're both rocking the polo. I'm fiending for some golf. I know where you're at. It's been warm enough. You've been able to get out and play a couple rounds here. The tarps are still on the green, so I think we need to really dial in on the golf game this
Yep,
summer.
I've been begging Ev to come out and golf for years,
Does he
just
even know how to swing a
because.
club?
No, could you even imagine how uncoordinated he would be?
He's
I
like,
think
do I left or right?
he would be more of like a cart princess. So like the cart princess, for those of you that don't know, they show up, they maybe bring a couple clubs, they just go to get drunk and have a good time. That would be Ev. I think it would be like get him out there, let him see the scenes, and then he
Hey,
would create his own
the rule
scenes.
for golf, and like I'm in a profession where you're expected to maybe go golf with some clients and stuff. The rule of thumb is you don't have to be good at golf, but you got to have good pace of play, and you got to know, like, listen, you don't need to hit 12 fucking shots. Pick up the ball, go to the next hole. And that's what it's all about to me. As long as you keep up pace of play, it's good. I'm no Tiger Woods. I'm just trying to make sure I make contact, keep it straight, not embarrass myself. That's where I'm at in my golf game. But have a couple drinks, get the
Chillo
speaker
bets.
going.
Chillo Bets takes golf a little bit too seriously and constantly needs to remind himself that he doesn't get paid to do it. So, working on it big this summer. I don't even practice. Don't hit the range. Your boy shows up 5 minutes before. Yes, he has beers in the fucking bag, in the cooler, actually. Your boy don't like cold, warm beers. Yeah, Chillo Bet's usually slamming beers out there, having a good time. Love playing a scramble, by the way,
Yes,
and
that's the way to
playing
do
with one of your boys versus the other boy.
it. Match play.
Yeah, a little match play. It gets heated. We do have a scramble this Sunday. Real quick, I'll tell you about it, then we can fuck right off. This Sunday we have a 4-club scramble. Me and the fellas at the Ranch Country Club. You could bring 4 clubs each person. The greens are so fucking fast and it's hard. So I'm not even bringing a putter because I don't see it like being a really and like an advantage for me. So driver, 60-degree, 5-iron, 9-iron is what I'm bringing. The fellas are all bringing some different shit. We have to dominate because that's what we do. Are we able to go top 10, Dante? That's what we want. We just want to be top 10. Is that a possibility? Or could you see this Sunday more so we'll win the first place in terms of beer consumption?
Let me just ask you, how many beers does the golf game? Because the golf game picks up after a few for sure, and then after a certain point it falls off. So what's that limit for you?
It's called swing fluid, and it's a necessity out there. It's
Swing
like
juice.
WD-40. Yeah, it's like WD-40. It's like engine oil. You need it. Having too much of it can be a problem. Having none of it is even worse. I would say like 5 or 6 is probably good for 18. Making the turn at 9, so it depends on the vibe, right? If it's Sunday, you got nothing going on, you could crush 5 or 6 the first 9 holes. However, when you make that turn, you get a glizzy at the turn, and you start working on beers 7, 8, 9. You're getting into problem mode, and you're a liability out there, and you might hit a house.
Especially like early in the golf season, you forget how long 18 holes is and like the stamina for it, and then later in the summer when it's 100 degrees. I've never been more tired in my life than after a long day of golf in the sun. What's your opinion on eating? Are you packing a sub? Are you getting a glizzy at the turn?
Glizzy at the turn. Glizzy at the turn 100% of the time. Preferably brought. For sure, glizzy and chips at the turn. Usually buying like a beer, so they think like, oh yeah, he's buying beers from here. No, I got 13 in the bag. I'm just doing this just to.
I'll buy one from the cart girl just to just so they can see I bought something from them, and But if you're buying more than a couple beers from the cart girl, you're a psycho, honestly.
Yeah, it's not smart.
My go-to is the I try to find some kind of like chicken Caesar wrap. I'll either get the Jimmy John one and bring it, or if usually the clubhouse will have like some type of a wrap. That's my go-to, something you can kind of snack on because I can't golf on a full belly.
I don't know. Sometimes I just like bringing an apple out there, man. It depends. Like, are we playing for some money? Is it match play? What do we got going on? Is it just me and the girl? What do we got going on? What's the vibes? Usually, glizzy at the turn though is like a must. I mean, like I would literally slow down my whole entire group to get a glizzy at the turn. I don't even care. And then, it's just so much better. I mean, now I'm craving a fucking glizzy. Great. And I got to get to bed. Other than that, watching the OKC, the Knicks, we bet Notre Dame tonight. Dante, for your boy Lou Holtz, RIP.
Rest in peace, coach.
They're down 2 at home. I'll probably put that game on and get some Z's. Ohio State winning by 31. Let's go.
Yeah, a couple shout outs real quick before we sign off. Make sure you go check us out on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. We've been gaining some steam over there. TikTok, I've been going live on Thursdays or Friday nights, maybe Friday after our show. I'll hop on, just doing some racing. I don't want to brag. I'm second in the point standings for 3 weeks on the iRacing, you know. So that's why I haven't been watching much TV. I've been grinding on the racing. Did a little road course racing, but yeah.
So when we watched you wrecked 14 different times. It was like watching Luciana play Roblox, where she's just like getting killed by some like 38-year-old sicko playing like fucking as a weirdo. And it was like watching you playing video games. I was like, oh man, this guy getting wrecked. They're talking shit to you. They're like, you came up too high. Anyways, all right. Well, yeah, make sure you guys tune in. That's on TikTok. Big NFL free agency, big March Madness. Dante, World Baseball Classic, USA -110.
Oh yeah, shout out the Rockies. They played the Team USA today. They were up 4-3, and then USA put the hammer on them. I think they won 14-4.
Yeah, I would have bet the over 10 out of 10 times. I am excited for Paul Skeens. I did see Scooble's only pitching like one appearance, and he's bouncing back.
Not good enough.
That sucks, dude.
You got to put on the line for your country.
Yeah, I don't care. Paul Skeens will go out there and deal. Might have to cop one of those USA jerseys. I keep talking about it. The USA hockey jersey, USA men's baseball jersey. Those might have to be my next 2 jerseys to get, man. I think you always got to have a couple of those in the arsenal. Anyways, all right, let's wrap this shit up. We'll see you guys Friday. Big buzz balls, drink it. Dante, make sure you get the pink one. I'm going to go blue and green. Purple, I've had purple. It's undrinkable in my opinion. So, yeah, Friday we'll probably be wilding on an island. Ev, you know what that means. We'll see you guys Friday. Have a great rest of your work week. Safe flights for those of you traveling home. Dante, we'll see you later.